Alright, what's happening, guys? We got the last little bit of Ovid's Metamorphosis story of Apollo and Daphne, Book 1, lines 548 to 559. And if we scan this, alright, we're going to find out that A is long, and Preka and Finita are going to form an adverb absolute. Alright, this Grawis at I is going to be short. Torpor is going to be modifying it. This U is long. This is going to be accusative plural. So, Daphne. If you don't recall, she basically just said, hey, change me. I don't want to be like this anymore. So, Preke with her prayer. Wix is barely. Finita is finished with her prayer, having barely been finished. Torpor Grawis, a heavy torpor. And torpor is, I mean, it's not underlined, it's, well, in this instance, it can work out as an English word, but like a heaviness. But a heavy torpor seizes her limbs, occupies her limbs. Molia is going with Praecordia, Tenui is going with Libro. And Libro here, believe it or not, is not book. Alright, her Molia Praecordia. Her soft chest. And probably breasts here. Kingatur are surrounded by a Tenui Libro by thin bark. If you add book there, that's gonna definitely change it. Alright, so we've got accusative phrase, nominative, and then there's our verb. So looking above, A, B. Alright, so her crines, her hair, crescent, her hair grows in frondem, into foliage. Whoops, like leaves and stuff. Her arms grow into branches. Her pes, her foot. Alright, moto is like just recently. Alright, Tom just now, just recently, so Wellock, so swift. Hiret clings. Sticks. I mean, it's like stuck in the ground. From Pigrus eroticibus. From, sluggish, lazy roots. Aura, her face. Habakakumen has a top, as in a treetop. Make that a long. Unas is going with Nitor. A single or just one splendor, a single splendor, going poetic, remains in her, in that one. Phoebus, Apollo, loves this one. Quoque too. And ablative absolute. With his right hand having been placed in stipite on the trunk. Sent it, he senses, he feels. Going into indirect statement, he feels her chest, odd hook, still, trepidare, trembling, and some would say beating here, as in, you know, a heartbeat. But I'm going to say trembling because all of this is pretty fearful. Like, this is just a bad situation for her. Under her new noocorticae. Under her new bark. And having embraced, that's from plector, which is deponent. Her ramos, her branches. Ut membra, as limbs. Suis certis. With his own arms. Da oscaligno, he gives kisses to the wood. Tamen yet, the lignum, the wood, flees the kisses. So even as she's turning into this tree, he's still in love with her, and she's still trying to fight him off. And it's tragic on both sides. And you're thinking, Apollo, he's a jerk doing this. If you remember, he was shot with an arrow. He's almost forced into this. And Daphne, even more tragically, is just completely innocent in all this. And she's still being chased even though she's a tree. Alright, here's our nominative. There's our verb. The god said cui to her. Or you could say to whom the god said. That's going to be Daphne. Quoniam, since Protest none, since you are not able essay to be Mea Kunjungs, my wife. Mea is going with Arbor here. Eris's future you will Kerte certainly be. Mea Arbor, my tree. And even now, he just can't let go. Okay, this pattern's gonna happen. Accusative, nominative, accusative, nominative, accusative, nominative. Alright. This is vocative. Laurel. She's a laurel tree. Interestingly enough, the word for laurel tree is this in Greek. The delta, the alpha, phi, nu, eta. So the word laurel tree is actually Daphne. That's her name. That's how the tree gets its name. Laurel. Alright. My coma, my hair. And the nostri here is the my or the hour. My Kithera. Alright, and my Pharetra. My quivers. Habeba and Semper will always have Te, you. And so in that last line, pretty emphatic use, anaphora of the te, you. He's still obsessed with her. And again, I'm not trying to say he's innocent here, but he is a victim in some sense. Now, as for why, I picked this passage, sweet. It's because of the sculpture. Well, it was loading. Alright, sweet. Here we go. I have no idea what that last one is. So this is a sculpture of Apollo and Daphne done by Bernini. And if you have a look-see at it, she's got this scared look on her face. He's coming after her. You can see he's right on top of her, breathing on her neck. Please move, please move. Okay. Get down in here. You look at the detail of his sandals and her feet. If you look at her toes, them dogs are out, and they are actually extending, turning into the roots that are going into the ground. You can see toenail and extension in the root. There's a lot of detail in here. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to focus in on her hands, and hopefully you can see this, but you've got her fingers. They're turning into trees, and you can see some of the veins on the leaves. This is a brilliant piece, and this is sculpted into marble. The artistry, the mastery to be able to pull this off, and incredible. I can't even imagine. This is absolutely amazing. And I think you do have that look of shock on her face, and who knows what she's thinking. So, for example, she's been running away from him, and if you see on her stomach, his hand, you can kind of check it out. It's there. He's touching her, so that's scary in of itself. She's trying to run away, but she can't because her feet are being stuck to the ground. So she's going through this change, and she has no idea what's going on, and that's crazy. And so she wants to run away, but can't. He's caught up to her, and so he's caught up to her. She's changing. All this is going on, and you almost have this look of fear, of loss of hope, hopelessness, uncertainty. All these things are going on in her head, and I think it's a really good expression. In addition to, I mean, you've got the hair, you've got the leaves, the fingers, the toes, the roots. Like, you've got all this stuff going on in this sculpture. Absolutely brilliant. So there you go. That's Apollo and Daphne. There's the sculpture. Yeah, if you get the chance to check it out sometime. It's in the Borghese Gallery in Rome. You'll need to book in advance by at least a week, but it's worth it. Anyway, there you go. If you have any questions,